Okay, so let's get started. So we're going to start standing. So arms will be down by your side, up nice and tall. Okay, shoulders are relaxed. We're just going to start with some arm circles. So just slowly start to feel the shoulders opening up. Inhale and exhale. Keep going with those arm circles. Good. Good morning, Pat. That's it. One more time. Good. We're going to end with the arms up towards the ceiling. Take a nice inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to fold forward. So rounding down into our roll down. At the bottom here, you can let your knees bend so you feel like a rag doll. Just let the head hang, let the arms dangle. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, slowly come all the way back up, lifting the arms up. We're going to come into our cactus arms. So pulling the elbows down, expanding through the chest. Look up slightly. Good. Reaching the arms back up. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, rounding down. Sinking down nice and low here. Take an inhale. The exhale, rising up. Reaching the arms back up. Coming back into those cactus arms. Slight tuck of the tailbone, looking up. And then rounding back down. And take an inhale, and on the exhale, rounding, coming all the way back up. One last time with the cactus arms. Tucking the tailbone, just slightly expanding through the chest. Reach the arms up, and you can just take the arms all the way down by your side. Good. We're going to place the hands onto the waist. We're going to do some footwork today, or start with some footwork. So feet are about hip bone distance apart. And you're going to pull the belly button towards the spine. Relax the shoulders as you lift the heels up. And then lower them back down. Again, lift and lower. So in Pilates, we don't like to neglect our feet. So we're working to strengthen them, work on the stabilizing muscles in the feet. Giving them a little bit of a stretch out. So keeping the weight towards the big toe as you lift with control and lower with control. So a few more. Lift. Lower, lift, and lower. One more time. Lift, good, and lower. And next time we're going to lift, and we're going to hold ourselves up here. We're going to bend at the knees. We're going to lower the heels, and then stand up straight. Lift, bend, heels down, straighten the legs. Inhale, and exhale. Be mindful of your body weight, keeping it towards the inside of the foot, just below the big toe. Good. One more time. Lift, bend, heels down, and straighten. And now we're going to lift just one heel. You're going to press the ball of the foot heavy into the floor, the heel that's lifted, and then you're going to switch. Lifting the other heel as the other heel comes down, and switch. So keep the hips in. You don't want the hips swaying from side to side. You might hear some cracking in the feet, that's okay. I'm going to stretch out, waking them up. Good. One more time to each side. Excellent. And bringing the heels down. Good. Give the leg just a little bit of a shake out. We're going to come down onto the mat. We're going to open up through the shoulders and the hips. So lying on your back. We're going to take our arms out to goalposts or cactus arms, or I will say goalposts. The fingers are up towards the ceiling. Elbows are nice and wide off the mat. We're going to start by taking the palms of the hands. They're going to come down towards the floor. Now we're going to take the back of the hands towards the floor by our head. And again, palms down and hands by the head. So you want to keep your elbows down the whole time. Range of motion depends just on the anatomy of your shoulders. So maybe your hands touch the floor, maybe they don't. And that's okay. Just working into the shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Neck is relaxed, jaw is relaxed. Good. One more time. towards the ceiling. Now we're going to reach both arms up straight. You bring the elbows back down. You're going to keep the elbows nice and wide. Reach the arms up, bringing the elbows back down, keeping them nice and wide. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. We're going to bring the elbows down. Fingers are pointing up. Now I just want you to take the back of the hands and rest them on the floor by your head. So now it's like practice arms. The arms are just relaxed here in this position. We're going to have you bring both feet together, knees together. We're going to go into our knee sways. From side to side. Good. So you're going to feel your shoulder blades heavy into the mat. Just make sure they're relaxed, not carrying any tension in the upper back. Arms are relaxed. Good. We're going to come back to center with the knees. We're now going to take our feet out to the side of the mat, so widen your stance. We're going to do our knee sways from here. So now the shoulder blades will be really heavy onto the mat. You shouldn't feel too much movement in the upper back. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to come back to center with the knees. You're going to walk your feet in, so they're back about hip bone distance apart. We're going to place 2 fingers on each hip bone. We're just going to do a few tuck and untucks. So just feel that the hip bone's tipping towards you and then tipping away from you. Small movement, just bringing up the low back and hips, practicing our mind-body connection. Inhale to tuck and exhale to untuck. Now I want you to find your neutral pelvis. So in between your tuck and untuck, that midway point. We're going to keep the fingers on the hip bones. We want to keep those hip bones level. We're just going to glide one heel out straight along the mat. Keep the heel down on the mat and then glide it back in. And again, same side, glide it out and then glide it back in. Good. Inhale and exhale. So as you're gliding that heel out and back in, notice your hip bones. You want to keep them level. So if you notice your hip bone dipping, or one of them dipping down, you're going to focus on really engaging through the core. So with that core engagement, we keep our neutral pelvis. On the next one, we're going to glide that heel out. We're going to keep the leg out straight. We're going to lift the leg up and lower down. You can point the toe as you lift, flex the foot as you lower. Inhale and exhale. So really feeling that core kicking or turning on. You lift and lower the leg. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Good. Gliding the heel in. We're going to go into our heel glides on the other side now. So again, make sure you have your neutral pelvis. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Gliding the other heel out. And bring it back in. So just take a moment. Notice your hip bones. Keep them in neutral. Inhale and exhale. Couple more. The next one, we're going to glide the leg out straight. We're going to hold it here. We're going to lift the leg up. Flex the foot as you lower. Point the toe as you lift. And feeling the core working to lift and lower that leg. Inhale and exhale. A couple more. Last one. Good. Drawing the knee in. You're going to keep your neutral pelvis. I'm going to have you slide your hands behind your head. We're going to get ready to do our ab curl. So we're going to curl up to the tips of our shoulder blades and lower all the way back down. Inhale and exhale to lift. So make sure your head is heavy into your hands. We don't want any tension in the neck. We want the core and the abdominals to lift the chest and head. Inhale and exhale to lift. Let's do 3, 2. The last one, I'm going to have you hold yourself up here. You're going to twist to one side. Come back to center, stay up in your ab curl. You're going to twist to the other side. Come back to center, lower the head down. And we're going to do that again. Lift, twist, back to center, stay up on your ab curl, twist to the other side, come back to center, and then lower down. Inhale and exhale. Good. So just go in this flow, keeping both sides of the waist heavy into the mat. We don't want the lower body or hips twisting the upper body. Good. Lift, twist, twist, and lower. Inhale and exhale. Keep breathing. We'll do one more set. Hips are nice and heavy into the mat. Good. And lower yourself all the way down. Arms are going to come down by your side. We're going to bring both legs up in a tabletop. We're going to do our single leg stretch. So extending one leg and then the other leg. So as you extend the leg out, if you can think of pulling that belly button towards your spine, that will help keep the tummy nice and flat. We don't want that doming or rounding through the tummy. Good. Inhale and exhale. Good. A few more. Pulling that belly button in, really focus on that core engagement. Good. We're going to bring both legs into tabletop. We're going to hug the knees in towards our chest. We're going to keep the legs together. We're going to go into our double leg stretch. So as we extend both legs out straight, we're going to swing the arms all the way overhead so they come in line with the ears. And then pull the knees back in. And extend. Inhale. Exhale. So head is down. Let's do 3. Good. 2. Last one. Good. Hugging the knees in. Okay. So now we're going to take one foot. You're going to place it or cross it over the other foot. And you're going to lift the feet just a little bit higher than the knees. Arms are going to come out straight. You want to be pressing the palms of the hands heavy into the mat. We're going to lift the tailbone up and then lower down. Lift and lower. So reverse crunch. Lift and lower. Good. Do 2 more. So come down nice and slowly. Last one. Good. Excellent. Uncross the knees. Bring the knees in towards your chest. We're going to go into our single straight leg stretch. So you're going to curl up to the tips of your shoulder blades. You're going to extend one leg up straight towards the ceiling as the other leg comes out straight. And then we're going to switch. And switch. So pulling the leg towards you. Keeping the leg nice and straight. Like scissor legs. You'll have tight hamstrings. You're going to feel them stretch here. 2 more sets. Good. Excellent. Hugging the knees in, lower the head down. We're going to go back to that reverse crunch, but this time we're going to take the other foot and we're going to place it on top. So lift the feet just a little bit higher than the knees. Palms are pressing into the mat. We're going to lift the tailbone up and lower down. Lift and lower. So try not to kerplunk as you come down. Easier said than done, I know. Good. blades. Lift the legs so they're in tabletop position. We're going to go into our crisscross. And twist. Twist. That's it. For 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, 2, last set. Good, come back to center, lower the head down, lower the feet down. Okay, so we're going to take a quick stretch here, lengthening through the arms, bringing the arms all the way overhead. Extend both legs out straight. Good. I'm going to have you widen your stance just a little bit so the feet can come out to the corners of the mat. We're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, we're going to do a roll up. So curling all the way up. And as you come up, you're going to reach one hand towards the opposite foot. The other hand comes behind you. Come back to center, and then lower yourself down. Arms come all the way overhead, curling all the way up. Reaching the other hand towards the other foot as the other arm comes behind you. Good. So it's a roll up, a little bit of some spine work. Good. Take a nice inhale when you're down on the mat, and exhale to curl up. We'll do one more time to this side. Reach. Good. Come all the way down. Okay, so bending the knees. We're going to do a little bit more spine work. We're going to use our, just doing a little bit of bridge work as well. So feet will be in position for bridge. Arms are relaxed at your side. Make sure the shoulders are away from the ears, so you're not shrugging here. Keep those shoulders down. We're going to press into both feet as we lift the tailbone, lifting each vertebrae. We come up into our bridge. We're going to take both arms all the way overhead. Just let them relax heavy here on the floor. So arms are like dead weight. Keep the arms here as you slowly come down one vertebrae at a time. Okay. Once you feel your tailbone touch the mat, that's your cue to bring your arms back down by your side. We're going to do that again. Inhale to lift. Once you're up, take the arms all the way overhead. Relax them on the floor, and then slowly come down on the exhale. Good. And again. So you want to feel stretch through the spine as you lower each vertebrae. Think of lengthening, the spine's getting longer as it comes down. We'll do one more time. Come all the way back down. Excellent. Okay, bringing the arms back down by your side. You're going to just roll up into sitting. We're going to keep working into our spine. We're just going to have you bring your leg about the width of your mat. And we're just going to start with our spine stretch forward. So arms will come out. Again, you're nice and tall here. Spine's nice and long. You can flex the feet. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, rounding down, you're going to reach the hands towards your feet. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, all the way back up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, rounding, reaching towards the end of the mat. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, all the way back up. So with each one, so just find your flow here. See if you can reach those hands a little bit further towards the end of the mat. Keeping the feet flexed, you'll feel a nice stretch back of the legs. One more time. Nice and tall. Rounding, sit bones stay heavy as you reach. All the way back to center. So if your low back or hips are bothering you, feel free to bend the knees slightly. We're going to reach both arms up and bring them down. So see if you can keep your spine nice and tall here without letting the rib cage pop. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. One more time. Good. Keeping the spine nice and long. Take the arms out to a T. We're going to go into our spine twist. Back to center. And twist. Back to pulses. Inhale, center. Exhale as you twist and pulse. Pulse, pulse. And again. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. Come back to center. Lower the arms down. Good job. Okay, so we're going to roll over onto our tummy. We're going to do some glute work, lying on our stomach. Always a good one. You don't have to stand for this one. So we're going to start. We're going to have our forehead down onto our hands. Legs are out straight, and you want them about hip bone distance apart. We're just going to start by making sure our pubic bone's anchored to the mat. So that means you're in a tuck position, which lengthens the low back. We're going to lift one leg to a hover and lower down, and the other leg lift. So I'm keeping my head up just so I can talk to you, but if you, but keep your forehead down on your hands. Just keep the neck nice and relaxed here. Pulling the belly button towards your spine as you lift one leg and lower, and the other leg. Good, one more time to each side. Good, and now we're going to lift both legs and lower. Lift and lower. So feel as if you're lifting from the glutes. You don't want your knees to bend here. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're going to hold both legs up. You're going to do little heel kicks, or heel beats, kicking the heels together. And kick, kick, kick. Little kick, kicking the heels. Good. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the heels together, keep the legs lifted. You're going to bend the knees. So now the heels are together, toes apart. You're going to keep the heels in as close as you can towards you. You're going to lift both legs up and lower down. So again, make sure you have your pubic bone anchored to the mat. You're not dumping into your low back. Lifting the knees up and lowering, keeping the heels together. Let's do 4, 3. Bring the heels in a little bit closer towards you. 2. Good, last one. Good, lower the legs down. Push yourself back into child's pose. Just take a breath here. So you can stay here if you feel like you've had enough. If you want to do another set of those, you can come back down onto the mat, lying down. Forehead will come back down onto the hands. We'll start with lifting one leg, and then the other leg. So you should be feeling your glutes fire here. You don't want to be feeling this behind the knee. You are starting to feel it behind the knee. Just double check and make sure your leg is nice and straight. That knee's locked in place. Think of lifting from the glutes. Make sure you're in a tuck position. The next one, we're going to lift both legs up and lower down. Lift and lower. Pull that belly button towards the spine. Still working your core here. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, you're going to hold both legs up. Your little heel kicks or heel beats. Kick, kick, kick. Keeping the legs lifted, squeezing the glutes. Good. Keep the heels together, bend the knees. You're going to lift the legs up and lower. Lift and lower. Do one more. Lift. Good. Lower the legs down. Push yourself back into child's pose and take a stretch. Good. I want to do one stretch with you. I've been meaning to do this one with you for a while, but I've forgotten. So we're going to start. We're going to have our arms down by our side. We're back onto our tummy. And I want you to bend one knee. So the arm on the same side of that leg is going to grab onto the foot. And we're just going to start. You're going to press the foot into the hand, and you're going to lift your head and chest up, and you can lift the leg just a little bit. So feeling a stretch through the whole front of the body, and lower down. And again. time. Good. We're going to switch sides, so releasing that foot. Grab onto the other foot with the other hand. Good, so grabbing around the top of the foot. When you're ready, you're going to inhale to lift, pressing the foot into the hand, and exhale to lower. So if you're feeling adventurous, and if you feel like you want to challenge yourself a little bit with your stretch, you can grab onto the other foot and do both at the same time. And lower down. If not, just keep holding on to the one foot. Do 2 more. Last one. Good, releasing the feet. Come up onto all fours, so into quadruped. Just stretch out the spine a little bit. So hands are in line with the shoulders, knees and hips are aligned, and when you're ready, you're going to round into your cat. And then releasing into your cow. Gaze goes straight ahead. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Good. We're going to find our neutral pelvis. We're just going to hinge back just slightly. Come back to center. Just a slight hinge. So this will help reset the low back and hips. Good. Hinge. Back. Couple more. So you don't want to go too far. The sit bones don't come down onto the heels. Just a slight hinge. Almost as if you can think you had a tennis ball in your low back. You don't want it to fall off. We'll still keep it neutral. One more time. Good, come back to center. Good, we're going to make our way up into standing. Bring up nice and slowly. Good. So feet are again about hip bone distance apart. Nice and tall. Just going to take the arms out to a T. And when you're ready, we're going to go into our hug a tree. So hollowing out through the abdominals, through the upper rib cage. You're going to push through the palms of the hands to open up. Good. Inhale, hollowing out. Exhale, to open. And push open. One more time. Hollowing. And push open. Good. Bringing the arms down. We're going to take a wider stance with our feet. We're going to our side bend. So we're going to reach one arm over. And the other hand slide down towards the knee. Come back to center. And the other side. So really important to move your spine in all the different directions. A mobile spine is a young spine. Good. And the next one, you're going to hold the arm over here. You're going to hold it here, quarter of a turn. So feel it now more to the side, back to center. Lower the arm down, reaching the other arm over, quarter of a turn. Good. One more time to each side. Over, quarter of a turn. Feet are nice and heavy. Quarter of a turn. Okay, come back to center. Walk your feet in. So again, they're back to hip bone distance apart. When you're ready, you're going to reach the arms up. Take a nice inhale, and on the exhale, rounding forward. Going to pause at the bottom here. Just hang out here for a second. Head is dangling, arms are dangling. I want you to do a little mini squat. So just bending the knees just slightly and then straighten. So keep the head dangling. We're going to do that one more time. Bend and straighten. Take an inhale, and on the exhale now, you can slowly come all the way back up. Lifting the head and chest. Let the shoulders drop down. And you're all done. So good job today. I'll see you back on Thursday. Enjoy your day. Bye.